I don't know where to start with this. I'm just gonna go along with it. I need to get all this stuff out of my head. I'm going to be explaining a lot of things, okay? A lot. If I start crying, I start crying. I do apologize for everybody who doesn't like drama or anything like that, but the problem is that most of my top videos that are not gaming related or even just in general a reaction video. It's always been the drama ones where I speak about everything off my mind. You guys get to know everything that's going on with in my brain. So here we go, okay? So for the past 2 weeks, I haven't been streaming a lot. I've been having a lot of behind the scenes issues to the point where I've been cutting down on streaming due to sickness and illness. Due to so many things going on in my family. Nobody's ill, nobody's sick, nobody's dying, but just the fact that I have so many things going on in my family that's caused a lot of mental illness in my head, to the point where I could hardly move. I couldn't do much at all besides probably just move around a little bit. I could only relax and hang out with a little bit of my friends for maybe a few hours, and then I send them home due to how bad I was. But I wasn't to the point where I was contagious, but I was pretty damn bad to the point where I wanted to go to bed early. And that's not normal for me. I normally push almost 11 o'clock, and I was going to bed around almost 7:30, 8 o'clock at night, which is a big change. Big change. I'm not going to go down to the extreme and talk about every little thing that went on for the past 3 weeks due to personal reasons, but I'm going to be explaining some in-depth things that might cause you guys to either tell me off of Discord or tell me in the comments below that if I need the break, I will take a break. But the problem is that I would rather deal with it and move on with it. But the problem is that this has happened a lot, and I mean a lot, and it's not going to stop. I've been through hell lately. I'm not gonna lie, I've gone through to the point where a few minutes ago I was almost on the bridge that was about to just collapse into the water, and it was never going to be able to be fixed. I've gone through hell. There's people who could be saying, "Oh, I've gone through way more." Yes, you may have gone through more. You may have gone through the bridge of death. You may have gone the bridge of cancer. It's fine. I'm just saying is that in my life right now, I don't think I've gone through a lot as much as this. I've gone through my uncle going through a moment where he has a lot of things on his mind that's caused him to be on the bridge of wanting to murder someone, to the point where he was trying to help his kids, and he ended up getting the cops called onto him at the school. Not going through the whole detail because of personal reasons, but I wasn't able to see my uncle for almost a few months. So you guys remember when I got home from going to Minnesota, going to Plattsburgh, and I was perfectly okay. Well, a few weeks later after that, I found that out, that he went to jail just for fun, Maybe nothing bad would happen. He would just stay there for a night and go. Finds out that he has a court case. Not saying why, but finds out he was charged guilty and I wasn't able to see him since like January. It's almost pushing freaking halfway through March, and I had no clue. Finds out he's finally getting out, but the problem is the town hates him. Both towns. And yeah, could end up being where he has to pay a whole lot of money, and I won't be able to see him. Whatever. It's okay. Now, here's the biggest punch in the face. So, recently, I don't know the backstory on it, but it hurts my head every time I figure this out. My cousins are going through what I went through when I went to this place called Bosie's. And, oh my god, guys, I can't tell you. They are almost as bad as I was, and I was bad with my temper. I can't tell you how bad I was, but I was pretty damn bad. I was punching walls, I was kicking doors, I was kicking water fountains, I was doing this, I was doing that, screaming down the hallway, almost wanting to murder someone. But I was never able to harm anyone. I was only harming myself. My heart is so touched to the point where I can't even harm someone. Even as much as I would threaten someone, I can't even lay a hand on a fly. That might be a saying from all the way back in the day, but it's true. I can't even grab my freaking phone and smash it against a fly. Maybe a mosquito, because they suck your blood like a Dracula, but no. I can't hurt a fly. But if it has something to do with somebody harming someone I love, maybe pushing it, I might maybe punch them in the gut or something. Maybe. But there were some backstories I can't explain due to another personal reason, and I wasn't able to tell anybody besides like maybe one or two of my friends because they care about the family. So I wanted them to just know about it. But oh my god. Hold on. Oh my god. I can't explain a lot, but there was one moment within the past 3 weeks. I think it happened this week as well. But between the 3 weeks, I've gone through so much. I think the one thing that impacted me the most was the fact that I found out that my cousins have done something that would impact my life the fullest. Like, this is something I would never expect my family to do, which is harm someone. And I'm not going to explain what the word I'm going to use for it. I'm just going to say they harm someone. And goddamn, I've known that my cousins could do something, but I never knew they could harm someone. They've gone pretty damn close. They might have smashed some things in their house, maybe almost threatened somebody with a freaking baseball bat or whatever, but they've never gone to the extreme and harm someone. So that's the one thing I can't explain because I don't know that much, but I've been thrown into situations that I never wanted to be part of, and it's impacted my life way more than I could ever imagine, and it's super frustrating. I think there has been, within the past 7 plus 7 is, I think it's 14, then 7 So I'm gonna say within the past 21 plus days that's been the past 3 weeks, I'm gonna say I've been thrown into about 14 different situations, and that's just an understatement. Like, I don't know if that's true or not, but I know I've gone through a lot, and I mean a lot of situations where I had to either help my cousins, help my family by paying almost $100 by just helping out, being generous. I'm glad I'm being paid back, but still, I wish I didn't have to do that. I had to help out with my uncle, certain occasions. Finds out that my freaking aunt didn't want nothing to do with me after I tried to just explain that I didn't want to go because I can't handle public. Oh, sorry about that. But yeah, she wanted me to go to her wedding. I explained to my mother that I don't want to go because of reasons, and they were like, it's okay. It's okay. We understand. Go to bowling the next day. Finds out that my mother tried to explain a little bit more the fact that I didn't want to go due to the public reasons. I didn't even go to my uncle's, which you guys probably ran into once in a while, like within the past 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks. He's hopped in for a second and he spoke to me. That one, he had a wedding and I didn't want to go because there was too many people there and I just didn't want to feel claustrophobic. Because there was one time when I went to Plattsburgh and I felt really, really claustrophobic, and I went almost into my own ball and I almost started to panic. So I didn't want to go to there, so I went to the car instead of, because it was a Thanksgiving feast, and I actually ate my dinner in the car. I'm not kidding. I actually panicked so bad that I went to eat my own dinner in the car. And I can't handle a crowd. I can handle you guys. I can have like almost 15 people watch, and I wouldn't mind because I'm in my own room. I have nobody around. I used to have stage fright. Who here has had stage fright? You guys probably know if you've gone through it. I just can't handle a crowd. So imagine having this small room packed with about 15 people. Would you feel claustrophobic? Maybe. Well, this is happening. This is happening in a hotel. This wedding is happening in a hotel that's fit in the room for freaking 6 people, and we're having a wedding there. There's gonna be a whole bunch of people there. Why would I want to be there if I can't handle it? And she took it offensively. So I'm like, you know what? My parents aren't even going now because of what happened during bowling, and my mother was texting, blah blah blah. Yeah. So I've gone through so much crap that I didn't want to be part of. I can't, guys. I can't. I've had my illness for almost 2 weeks. I'm just getting out of it. I was freaking throwing up. I was coughing. I was freaking sneezing. It was freaking bad, guys. I was bad. And then I almost got into a little bit of an argument with my friend due to that. I didn't want to have to deal with my tournament tomorrow in case if I did have to go, because my team relies on me as a last resort, and my friend was really upset that every time something happens, it's always due to something that came up in my family. And I don't like dealing with the tournaments anymore because of rules and regulations that are thrown into my team. For example, if you guys don't know what bowling truly is, besides just you have a ball and you throw it down the lane, if you don't know what leagues are and what the rules are, I'm going to give you guys 3 rules and regulations that you're supposed to have, meaning the biggest things that you should know on top of your head. There's more above it, but I'm going to go just strictly down to the slim of the most important things you should have in your mind when you go against somebody. Could be a tournament, could be a league, could be for fun, but a competition during that fun time. There's an actual average you're stuck with when you're doing a league or tournament. You can also have if you know how to calculate your average and you have it for fun, go for it. But the main things are tournaments and leagues, which I've been part of tons. I've been part of my school tournaments. I've been part of a league for nearly 11 to 12 years now, and I know how they work. And I've also been to this thing called a Pepsi Qualifier, which is one of the top-notch, non-professional tournaments, which was actually kind of fun. So you have an average that everybody is supposed to see. Everyone. You can't leave any teams out. You're supposed to, all the teams are supposed to know at least a summary of all the averages between either, let's just say, I have an average of a 170 to 180, meaning my top is 180. There's times where I can do a 175. So my average will be maybe pushing 176, because that's what I normally get on an average basis. But I go against somebody who has like a 190. That's their average. That's what they normally do. Well, with my team, they never see it. So I don't like that I can't at least see what the other team has. So there was one time when I was going against somebody for the past 3 years in Special Olympics. I was getting myself owned. I do very well in bowling. Like, very well. I almost push 200s all the damn time. Well, there was this one team I went against for the past 3 years during a team tournament, and finds out they do at least decent. They can't keep up with me. They hit about 170, but it was a double, meaning I had one person on my team, the other person had 2, meaning that person and his other person. They went against me. Great. Fantastic. Well, my team was doing okay, and finds out their score versus my score and my full team's score, we fell in second due to that their normal total was pushing like 250, 275, and my team was pushing maybe 280, 285. And after they tallied it all up, we were still stuck at like 300, and they got boosted up to like almost 400 total. Like, where did that extra 200 pins come from? There's no chance in hell that team came in first place because of something random that happened for the past 3 years, and they boosted almost 200 pins, and we were still like stuck at 300 almost against that 400 and 450. Where did that come from? I would like to know where that came from. But I found out recently, after understanding what averages can do to a handicap, you beat your handicap, you gain the extra pins to your total due to how many pins you beat over your average. So if you have a person who has a handicap, or a team that has a handicap of like 100, and you are negative 100 because they need that to help them, If you beat your handicap, if you beat that team and you go above their handicap and you gain that positive and they're starting to hit that negative, and you beat you beat your average, you'll gain the extra pins. Great. I understand that now. Great. But still, two people who beat their average by 100 pins each, there's no chance in hell. They're not even professionals in, like, PBA, Professional Bowling Association, by the way. They hardly ever beat their freaking average by that many pins. Think about it. You can only get 300s again every game. So the total of all the strikes from 1 to 13 strikes counts as a 300. There's no chance in hell a PBA bowler can have an average of of 250 and gain over 100 pins over their average just because of that. There's no chance in hell. That would be, if they were to get 100 pins over their average for one game, they would need a 350. Where does that 350 come from? You can't get that. There's no way. So yeah, that's why I don't want to go through the tournaments anymore. I just don't like the freaking stuff. Now here's the last rule I want you guys to understand, because I went through average and then handicap. So that's 2. Final one. Ready? You are not ready for this, guys. You are not ready. This is the one that irks me the most. Ready? Why do I have to deal with people who are, they're not even close to where I am, where my standards are? They put up a good competition, okay? I'm not gonna lie. Not saying I'm a pro bowler. I'm not saying that. But why do I have to go against a team that will not understand how averages work? If you can't understand or show the other team your average, you should not have to bowl against them. Especially if the actual, I forgot the word I want to use, but why is there a company who's there to help people, but they're going to ruin the fun for people who are doing it for a competition? There's 200 and something people who are just doing it for fun, but there's that tiny little group that want to do it for a competition. They want to go for that gold. They want to go for that W. But no, the freaking company is not allowing the competition to happen. They're just grabbing onto that, and they're just holding on to that average, because every person in every league is able to see an average. How are you supposed to know what you're going for and what your goal is to beat the other person if you don't know how good they are? That is why there's an average there. So that's what I'm trying to say. You have an average, you have a handicap. Doesn't matter where you are, there's a handicap. So that number 3 is what I just explained. Every person should see at least a total average. So the differences between seeing it and having it, if you don't have an average, you can't do nothing. I like how they split everybody apart, but the problem is, or split everybody apart due to their average. Like, so if somebody has an average of 50, they go against the person that has around there. Where for people who have an average of like 175 to 180, they go against each other. I understand, and excuse me. They should kindly explain who are going against what. Because if you're doing a double, you should be dealing with two people who have the same average as you, but they don't have enough screens. So they try to put two teams on one screen and then two other teams on the opposite side of the alley. So you have, let's just say, me, Joe, Brian, and Kevin. So that means that me and Joe are one team. And then you have the other two below me. And then you have on the opposite, meaning, let's just say my alley was a 2, and I'm going against the 1, meaning lane 1. Because it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, blah, blah, blah. So let's just say I'm on lane 1. Now let's talk about lane 2. We have Haley, Bob, Wade, and Hannah. So we have the two teams again. So who am I going against? I know that we're doing a Special Olympics. Now, if you guys don't know what that is, you pretty much go for either first place, second place, third place, fourth place. Great. Fantastic. So we get a ribbon for fourth, bronze, silver, and gold. Those are all medals. Now, I understand that we are going for all 4 of those teams, but I would like to know if they're really that good, or I'm just going to be finding out by just how they bowl. That's not fair. They're seeing my average, but I can't see theirs. That's not fair. I know I'm kind of rambling a little bit, but I'm trying to get everything off my chest, and you guys can understand why I'm going through such a freaking hell of a time right now. The tournaments aren't really pushing it, but my family was. But it's okay. I'm now getting everything off my chest. I'm explaining it to you guys through a video. But besides that, that's just what I am. I'm a panda. I'm in the neutral zone. That is why it's black and white. Pandas are neutral, so they're in between that yin and yang. That's why I named myself Panda. I'm always stuck in the middle. I can't get away, and I can't be pulled in. I'm always in the middle of everything. So, but hey, that's just how I am, guys. Do you guys think I should just do videos for a time being, or should I just start streaming again and try dealing with it? I don't know what I'm going to do. Should I try my best to fight it, or should I just do some videos for the time being until I feel comfortable enough in returning fully? I know I did say I was going to return back. I did make a video that I did return, but I just wanted to make sure you guys knew I was still alive, still here, still fighting the best as I can. But I wanted to let you guys know I'm going through a moment right now. There's nothing I can do, and I wanted you guys to stay by my side and hope for the best that I can fight this fully and enjoy myself at the same time by playing my Kingdom Hearts game. I don't know. That's what I do. When I go through a meltdown or I go through an anger problem at the moment, I'm always playing some kind of Kingdom Hearts to get my anger out. So, guys, let me know, either in the comments or let me know on Discord. You guys are always supporting me one way or another. I lost 2 subs for the past 2 days, but it's okay. They might not want to stick for the ride. It's okay. We go through a roller coaster. It's not the end of the world. But guys, I'm sorry for rambling way too long. I'm not going to be cutting this. I'd rather have myself expose myself through an uncut video than anything else. But if I wanted to edit something, I would edit some kind of gameplay or something. But when it comes to like the talking vlogs and understanding what I'm going through, those are the ones I will not touch. But hey, that's just how Panda rolls. It's just dealing with what they're going through and fighting. But knowing I was very ill, I do appreciate all the support when I was ill. Even though I wasn't here all the time, I tried my best, but I could only get so much out at that time. I was a wreck. I was an absolute wreck. If I was to try doing something for a stream or a video or something, I just didn't have the energy. I felt depressed. I felt like I didn't belong at all, anywhere. My friends were here and they felt like I just didn't want to be alive. I felt like I didn't have nothing to do with myself. I felt like I didn't have a soul at that time. That's how bad I was. I didn't know what to do. I almost thought I died inside and I just couldn't move. I really didn't. But I do appreciate everybody who supported me. It was hell. So, if you guys want to know part 2, there are some things I didn't speak about because I didn't want to ramble almost for an hour and a half on end, and then I would definitely have to edit then. But if you want to know part 2, or you want to just have some kind of moment with me, PM me, meaning private message me on Discord, and I'll talk to you guys through that, okay? If you guys don't want to know nothing and you just thought this was enough, let it be. But if you guys want to support me, please like this video. Like I always tell you guys in my supporting videos, like this one or even in the past, every like is one person just praying, or just for one prayer. So if you guys want to like it to support me, or dislike it because you guys just thought I was just rambling a little bit too long and you guys think I shouldn't be doing these that often, just dislike it. It's okay. Every person has some kind of feeling. I've learned that through a lot. So, thank you guys so much for watching. I do love every one of you. I really do. Honestly, this is what I'm saying. I can't do anything. If I didn't have YouTube here right now, I don't know where I could be. I could be still in the freaking hospital at this point. Just dealing with my freaking anxiety. Or even my depression. That's what I did before I went to YouTube. I was always in and out of the hospital. But thank you guys so much for watching. Like I said, if you want more, if you want a part 2, let me know in the comments or let me know on Discord. And I'll go from there, okay? And I'll see you guys in my next live stream. Or even video. Could be on Sunday. But Panda, out of here.